Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Hey guys,
Hey.
welcome to Dates with Plates with your host Brooke.
And Kristina.
We have a breakfast inspired mukbang for you guys today, and I was gonna say tonight because it really is tonight, but you know some people like breakfast food any time of day or whatever. So,
Right.
we have a potato scrambler, which was supposed to be vegetarian, but we added eggs to it, so now it's officially pescatarian, but close enough. And then we have some homemade pancakes, so we're just gonna go ahead and dig in.
Yes.
Are you hungry?
I'm so hungry.
Let's eat.
Mm.
And guys, we like our pancakes like kind of crispy.
Crispy.
So they look crispy.
Mm-hmm. I like my pancake crispy.
Let me eat some of that potato scrambler. Excuse me.
Oops, so thick.
Thick.
Deep. Ooh, these pancakes came out thick too. How are you guys today? How's
Hope you
your
had
day?
a good day.
What are you guys up to? Are you guys at work? You guys at home chilling?
Just as long as you're not operating a motorized vehicle.
Right.
Watch safely.
Yes, by all means. By all means. We're so excited to come to you guys today and do this another mukbang for you guys. So today we're going to be talking about how you can avoid job scams and, you know, personal stories that happen to me, people I know. Just certain tips on how you can avoid job scams, what to look for, things of that nature. So, of course, as always, if you have any tips or maybe something happened to you, leave it below in the comments. You can help someone else.
Have you ever had any experiences where it seemed like it was a job, but you later found out it was a scam?
I have.
Tell us about it.
So really, I have two instances where, well, really three. In instances where I was about to be scammed, and I had to think on my feet, and I had to think quick and make sure, you know,
You watch out for yourself.
right, and that I listen to my inner self. So, there was one time.
Yeah, sure. Appreciate it.
There was one time I was looking for a job. It was on the site, I believe it's called Career Builder. It was back when I was in college. And I was looking on the site, and I got this offer, this recruitment letter saying, you know, I think you have great personal skills to be a personal assistant. You know, I'm a painter. My name is so-and-so. This is will be your rate. You know, you can work from home, and personal errands and gas mileage will be covered by me. And, you know, just a great salary per week. But what I noticed was something funny was that I was already approved without having to take an interview, which doesn't generally happen. That doesn't generally happen.
Red flag.
You're always screened when, you know, when it comes to a career or job. So, at the time, I didn't realize this, though. So, I was excited. I thought I really had a potential legitimate job offer. Until I got this strange check. And the check was basically like, oh, you know, I'm paying you in advance, and you send me the rest. Something of that nature. I can't really determine right off my head the amount
Red flag
that I was supposed to get. Right. Red flag number 2. Sorry, we're going to just put that right there. So, I didn't end up putting the check in my account. However, but I do know someone that did and ended up being scammed out of a lot of money.
Who put the check that you had in the account? Or
no, I'm saying that I didn't put the check that I had in my account. I didn't feel weird. I felt weird about it, so I didn't do it. But I do know someone who took a bad check and put it in their account and was scammed out of a lot of money.
How much was the check for that you received?
I didn't even open it, so I don't know. So,
Well,
just two ways to tell. You're never always just qualified off the bat. You have to go through some form of formal interview process. And two, if someone sends you a check, it's probably not a good check. Unless it's...
Exactly. If you haven't done any work.
Exactly.
Why are you getting paid? That's a red flag.
Definitely.
So, I'm glad you followed your instincts on that
Yeah,
one.
I could have been scammed out of a lot of
Those,
money.
your common sense definitely came in handy.
Definitely.
Okay, let's see. I don't think I've really had any experiences where I've been scammed, like a job scam, to be honest.
Okay.
But some things that I do look for whenever I am out on the job market is making sure that the job listing appears legit, like making sure that there's not a whole lot of grammatical errors in the job posting. And the most obvious one is that they don't ask you for money. They never, ever, a job would never ask you for money. So, and they would never, ever, ever give you a check without doing any work.
True. It's true, because I work from home for Amazon, and I was paid literally right after training. Because I was after training, you know. And after that, 2 weeks, bi-weekly or whatever. So on and so forth. But another way you can just kind of tell something is off is when jobs will invite you to interview and they don't give you an interview address. They give you a vague area.
Like, elaborate. What do you mean?
So, whenever you get a job interview, they normally tell you, "Hi, these are the dates, these are the times, this is the area. Can you be available these days?" One of the interviews I was called in for, I couldn't find any information of this company. First, that was the first red flag for me. And then, of course, the second red flag was that they didn't put any address. They just said, "Oh, Buckhead, Lenox area." That doesn't tell me anything.
They're just gonna meet you at the mall or something, like.
Right. Needless to say.
What was the job for?
It said customer service support.
Okay.
So. That's what the job was for. Tastes really good, you guys. I didn't end up going to the interview, so
Good. I mean, how could you? There was no location where we were supposed to meet.
none. And there was another one too. I've had a couple of things that just happened to me, where I was on the phone. Some lady had called, and I kept getting baby stuff sent to the house. I didn't understand what was going on. So some lady was saying how, "Oh, well, we're a family program that helps babies, mothers in need, and we and we provide them milk and diapers and things that they need, and we need your support." And at first, what she was saying was I could enter a sweepstakes, some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I could enter a sweepstakes. At one point, it got really weird. She was like, "Okay, in order to enter the sweepstakes, you have to pay for shipping or something. It was weird.
No.
And she proceeded to prompt me over and over again, asking me for my credit card number. I was like, is this lady for real? I ended up just hanging up on her.
Good.
She was just trying to scam me.
Which is definitely another huge red flag. It's like when they want like your banking information and it's not on a form after your interview filling out, direct deposit or however you want to get paid. They asking for your bank account number, credit card number, debit card number.
It's typically a scam. No one should be asking you that information over the phone.
Or like on an email or something like that, reply to their email with that information. I mean, even your social security number, honestly, like a lot of confidential like information you should not be sending to someone like an email. Definitely needs to be done in person on a form.
Right. So those are a couple of instances where I have met, I bumped into, I've run into these scammers, not physically, but I bumped into these people trying to scam me and other people. We're just during these job offers.
Yeah. You got to be careful out there, guys.
You really
just got to use your common
careful.
sense. Really.
And yes, also do another really good tip, as Brooke was saying earlier, is looking for misspelled words.
Or a lot of grammatical errors. So the job that I had now, when they first emailed me about the position, because they reached out to me, I think I had like my resume on Career Builder or Indeed or something like that, and they reached out to me first, and it was a lot of grammatical errors. But later on, I figured out it's because the recruiters were Indian, and they were also like out of country, like offshore. So that's the only reason why they probably had to like translate like the Indian version of their job posting. But I didn't necessarily follow my instincts because I thought it was a red flag from there. But one thing is they never asked me for money ever, and also the interview was at a public place with a lot of people in a big busy building. So don't meet nobody in no back alley, obviously.
This is very much true.
Don't meet someone in a warehouse unless the job is a warehouse job.
Right, because I did have an interview in a warehouse once.
But yeah, usually you don't want to go to no big empty warehouse, but
yeah, just a couple of tips that you can look out for. Also, look out for these big corporations, or these people. There'll be certain people, they'll be big corporations, and they'll be successful. They're real corporations, but you're conducting interviews via Google Hangout and things like that. You're not seeing the person. And be aware of that. Because they'll try to scam you by sending you a whole bunch of computers, and something about the computers is not right about them. And it's a whole bunch of different kinds of scams out there.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's like never ending. The different versions or stories people have to try to get you to send them money. Honestly, that is like the end game of all scams, obviously. But just do your research. If the company reach out to you, you want to reach out to a company, do your research. But I think that's all the tips that I have. Do you have any more?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another video with Dates with Plates. As always, go ahead and hit that like button. You can share it. You can comment.
Right. Hit that bell button. And also, too, please subscribe if you haven't already. We welcome you. We love you. So thank you. This is Dates with Plates, where we eat first, we spit facts, and we talk shit. Thank you for watching. Until next time.
Bye bye.
Later.